Wow, there's even a catalytic converter here. We're going to be rich. Has it always been this rusty, or is that new?
No, I think that's what happens when a car sits in water for a long time.
Here we can see joyful creativity.
Hey guys, listen. After half a year break, I'm finally back with the Supra project. On the first day, we're working on the engine and the exhaust, and on the second day, we're doing the coilovers and the rims, which I've been waiting for the most because I knew it would give the best effect. Without further delay, let's keep going. I've just landed at Boyka Zero Service, and my Supra will be taken care of by Alan. Hey, for now, we'll start with the exhaust system, because something's rattling and there's some misfiring, so we'll get the car off the tow truck and get to work. You'll see for yourselves in a moment. Finally, the time has come for the Supra to enter the garage and, listen, right now, we're just coming in to diagnose and check what needs to be done here, because the car is misfiring, and as you can hear, it's making a lot of noise. We've got a 2JZGE without VVTi here, so it's got a strong crank. Don't tempt me, we're not turbocharging it. Maybe later. And now, to check the ignition system, we'd like to take out the spark plug. We've moved the intake system to the other side, so the throttle body is now in the way and needs to be removed. Here is the old distributor cap with the rotor inside, and the misfiring could be caused by the cap, wires, or spark plugs. We also suspect the exhaust manifold gasket is leaking. After removing the intake system, we'll access the plate and inspect it. Alan, as the expert, where should we begin diagnosing the ignition system?
Let's start by removing the spark plugs. It's simple and will show which cylinder is misfiring. Always begin with the easy steps.
The plate between the exhaust manifolds and intake is gone, so let's start the car and find the noise. There's a catalytic converter too. Maybe we'll get rich. Let's start it up. Good news! The area around the manifolds at the head is sealed tight. Mr. Allen! Ugh, Allen! He dug out. What exactly? Show us if you can.
At the joint.
Of the collectors.
At the joint with?
The catalytic converter.
This is good. We just need to replace the gasket here, then we can start removing it. The throttle bodies, and we'll check what the spark plugs look like. Guys, look, the aluminum here is oxidized, and this intake looks terrible overall. When we take out the spark plugs, we'll immediately use the camera and see what the cylinders look like in such an old engine. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. The cams on the shafts look very nice, so there's hope. We decided to take off the valve cover because everything around the spark plugs is dirty, so oil was getting in through this spot. And we'll also measure the compression. Alan brushed everything clean. We'll do it once more, then remove the spark plugs to keep debris out of the combustion chamber. Are the spark plugs coming out easily?
They were almost tightened.
All right, listen. We've got a cool little tool where we'll have each cylinder tested on an old-school piece of paper, because that's how it used to be.
They worked the best.
So, shall we start with the first cylinder? The first one is 14.5. The second one is 15, and the third one is 12. The fourth is 15.5. The fifth is 14.5, and the sixth is 14. We might hear knocking after the oil change, so we'll see if it improves. Now let's check the exhaust. They still look fresh. You can still tell what's on them. The brake pads are like new too. Well, I won, and Supra A. Let's check out this body, since I haven't seen underneath yet. Is it rotten or not, sir? It doesn't look rotten. No, it's a really nice piece. But listen, I'm very satisfied. It's in good condition, and it has Toyota Bilstein and original shocks.
Here we see some creative work.
Oh, damn! Elvis himself left this belt. Oh, look, here are some more. Hey, that's it. Just wait.
I don't know which zip tie to start with.
There are quite a few of them. Oh, you'll have some wire for the workshop. A bike lock? Yeah, there's a bike lock. Well, a lot of interesting things are happening here. Let's take a look. This is our exhaust with Japanese symbols. YASMA, no! Look at this tip here. Damn, I was worried we'd have to wire it, but everything fits here.
That's professionalism. There will be a zip tie, not an Elvis belt. And here on this side, we'll need one too.
And it's still not looking good. You know, we probably need to move it somehow on this mount, I don't know, or maybe weld it here, make a mount here, and pull it over. That's enough for today. We know what to do. We need to order the parts, and then we'll get right back to it. Welcome back for another day. Today, we're back to the Supra project. Let me show you what we've got prepared for today. We've got oil in a flush here. So, we're going to check the engine compression because we're missing it on one cylinder. And we'll see if the flush will help us. And if it's not a mechanical failure, it will help us. So we'll use the flush. Then we'll change the oil. But also, what's very important, the spark plugs, because our engine is misfiring. And I hope that's the cause. If not, we'll keep going through the ignition system. And of course we have gaskets for the valve covers, because there was an oil mess. And now we're pushing the car into the workshop. Oh, ugh, it really stinks in here. Wait, I'll turn it a bit. All right. Will the door open? It's not bad this way. And we ended up in the workshop. So we're starting by changing the spark plug. All right, listen, the spark plugs are in, the intake is installed the way it should be, which is to the throttle body. Look at this funny diagnostic socket. Alan, do we have one like this?
We don't have one like that. That's for Toyota service.
And we just forgot that there's still, at the exit from the exhaust manifold, where we have the connector before the catalytic converter, one clamp broke off, and we'll have to weld it back on. But first, we'll start the car, warm up the oil, measure the compression when it's warm, do a flush, and see if that helped anything. It should be running quieter now.
Once it's welded, it will definitely be quieter.
A good battery is connected. Alan, start it up. I checked the oil, it's there, and we'll see if it runs smoothly. We decided to do the exhaust first because it's annoying us. Yeah, but listen, Alan, the good thing is that for now it's running smoothly and there are no misfires. Of course, it still needs to warm up a bit, but I remember when we started it before, after literally 10 seconds, it started misfiring. Let's lift the car up and weld the exhaust. So, 5 minutes and it's done, right?
Yeah, we're about to start it up.
The exhaust is finished. One bolt broke, so we removed the exhaust manifold, but we're tightening it now. Soon, I'll hear how this car runs for the first time. I hope it sounds good. We'll finally warm up the oil, check compression on a hot engine, and do a flush. Are you starting it now, sir?
I'm not installing the intake yet. Why let it draw in sandy air?
No.
Oh, perfect.
Quietly. Now like this. It's even purring. The engine runs smoothly and quietly, but I'd still add a turbo.
What's stopping you?
Money. And what are you checking?
Charging.
Is it there?
It is. Perfect.
It runs smoothly, man. All right, see for yourselves. The engine is warmed up, so let's turn off the car and remove the spark plug to measure the compression on a warm engine. Here we have a note from the last measurement, and we'll see if there's still such a difference. All right, here we go. How much do we have on the first one?
13.
And we had 14.
Let's see the others.
This engine has really good compression, around 13 bars. Only on the fifth one do we have 12.5 bars. So, let's pour in the flush and see what happens. And if you can, Alan, do your thing.
There are ways to deal with that too.
Wait, we already have a pouring nozzle.
That smells like amateur work. And it's done.
We start the car for 20 minutes. Let it run. With these Pulse GT flushes, we can perform the engine cleaning procedure directly while driving, because the technology inside allows us to do that, making the process even more effective. Our car isn't registered yet, so we'll do it here now, on the lift. The car ran for about 25 minutes, so now we're starting everything from scratch. Here, we're taking things apart to get to the spark plugs. We remove them and check the compression. So, as you can see, here we have the measurement before the flush, and here we have the measurement after the flush. And as you can see, on the third cylinder, we have half a bar more. And on the fourth cylinder, we also have half a bar more. And finally, the fifth cylinder, also an improvement of half a bar. And my friends, listen. It's worth doing these flushes because, as you can see, we'll see. So, at this point, we're draining the oil and we'll pour in new oil. It's nice that we have some improvement. All right, the car is started. Everything works as it should. So, thanks, Alan. As always, Boyka Service, I'll definitely come back here again, and let's keep going. The engine is sorted out, so the next day, at the second station, literally right next to us, with Przemek, we'll take care of the suspension, meaning the coilovers and rims. Let's go. Today, Przemek, you're my victim. You know him from the previous episode. So, listen, Przemek started it up. Tell us what happened from Saturday to Sunday night.
Mateuszek and I ended up finishing at 5 a.m. at Mewa in Sopot.
Today, we're going to install the suspension kit. So we're putting coilovers in the Toyota Supra. Are you excited?
Absolutely.
Let's begin with the rear shock absorbers. Przemek, explain what we're doing.
We're taking off the plastic covers to reach the mounts. The Japanese sure made this complicated. This could be tricky.
Look what I found. A CD changer? What a machine! Is it rusty now? Or was it always like this? That's what happens when something stays in water too long.
Hello, how are you? I'm underwater. Please help me.
We'll see what it looks like from the wheel side. Here we have the shock absorber mounted, the bolt. Anyway, listen, when it comes to ISP, I'll be honest, I was pleasantly surprised, because when I called the guys, they said, "Listen, bro, you can build whatever setup you want when it comes to spring stiffness, any spacers. And listen, what's best, they said this applies to everyone. When the suspension arrives to you, you try it out. You have a week for a free spring change, if it's either too soft or too hard. 2 years warranty, so it's okay." Damn, don't spray the lens. There will be action in the comments. It's going well, very well. It's a bit rusty here, but it served its purpose because it's a rubber that sealed this surface from the inside.
We'll drop it from the geometry side and it'll come down here.
So maybe now let's put the ISP here next to this and this Bilstein.
You wanted to do a lift, right?
Well, I think we need to tighten it a bit more for Polish roads. Also, in the set, we have this copper grease. Listen, we need to use just a tiny bit, so the grease doesn't collect dirt inside the base. Just a tiny bit, and the same goes under the nuts. Because as we know, aluminum
Oxidizes.
Exactly, which is why later we have a seized thread. And when after a year or two we want to move it, unfortunately we can't. Just a tiny bit on one side, and as you screw it in, it spreads. Now we're doing a preliminary tightening. The lock nut has been loosened. The springs are about 180 millimeters long, so 17 to 18 millimeters. We're tightening from the lock nut. Set it to exactly 10 millimeters and don't move it. Next, turn the thread to reach 17 millimeters. 12 millimeters means the spring is tightened correctly. Now, put on the lock nut and install the thread on the car. Now we're getting to the main event, which is the rims. Listen, finally, some beautiful shoes are going on the Supra, meaning the rims. I got them from OM Tuning. Check out the guys there, because they really provide top-notch help when it comes to choosing things like rims, offsets, and widths. So, props to them, thanks, because it's thanks to them that this package arrived. And now, we're unveiling the new shoes. This is how the rims look on my Supra, and we'll do a full presentation of the car at Shiny Garage, where it will be pampered, polished, and we'll see how this beautiful black color shines. The tires are on the rims, so it's time to see how they fit on my Japanese geisha. Now, which holes don't fit? Oh, something went in. Listen, I think we did it. Let's get started. I'll scratch this up nicely too. The back looks like it worked. Let's see. Damn, the front. What a goat! What a goat, man! But the back looks beautiful because the face is the same on every side. Hey, we're leaving that face, but it looks way better on these rims than on the other ones. All right, damn, my friends, listen, we're going to work on adjusting the height here. From this place, I'm saying goodbye to you at Boschka Service. We're moving to Shiny Garage, and there you'll see what we're going to do. Oh! No, we're not moving because this is the end of this episode. And what we'll do with the interior and exterior, with the car's paint, you'll see in the next episode of Project Supra. See you in the next video. Oh!